I'm Cassie Knoll. This week on Suncoast FYI, Dr. Sean Stringer, a fabulous independent film festival, Bart Scovill, and a taste of downtown food festival with the Sarasota Opera. All next on Suncoast FYI. Thanks for joining us today on Suncoast FYI. Dr. Sean Stringer is the founder of Body Mind Wellness Center, and he's here now to tell us more. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So tell me a little bit about your Body Mind Wellness Center.
Body Mind Wellness Center is a clinic. Essentially, what we do is we help people find and fix their chronic health problems. We also help people lose weight, just help people get their body back into balance so it can do what it does naturally and heal itself.
Because sometimes it's a combination of things. It's not just one or the other, and it sounds like you cover the full gamut of what it could possibly be.
We try to. There are too many things, and sometimes we have to send out to specialists. We're not. I'm not going to say, yeah, we're a one-size-fit-all kind of company, but in addition that we just try to do the best we can and return the body balance so somebody can actually heal up properly.
Which one of those factors that you mentioned is weight loss. So how much weight is safe to lose?
Traditionally, it's about 1 kilogram a week or 2.2 pounds. But if things are in balance, the vitamins and minerals, the hormones, neurotransmitters, people are detoxed properly, people can lose up to 2 pounds a day safely and effectively.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
You would see a big transition in just a week.
I myself did my program back in January, and I lost 38 pounds in 40 days.
Wow. Well, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're proof that it works.
Yes, it does work.
There. So why don't diets work?
Most diets don't work because all they do is they really just, they only address the diet, the food plan, or food plan and exercise, when there's so many other factors. We analyze people for over 2,800 factors that have to do with fat storage, fat metabolism, and fat burning. And so we figure out what we need to do to help shut off the fat storage switch and what we need to do to turn on the fat burning switch. So really getting the vitamins and minerals balanced, the organs and tissues back up and strengthened up, the hormones and neurotransmitters balanced, detoxing people of viruses, bacteria, nanobacteria, chemicals, things like that. Those are all things that have to be addressed to properly weight loss.
And every person is different.
Oh,
so you guys have a lot of work cut out for you to do that.
It's so unique. It's like a fingerprint. You know, it's just everybody's so individualized. No two people will ever have the same program.
Wow. That's impressive that you guys can do that on a healthy way, but also in such an obvious progression with their weight loss as well. Oh yeah,
I tell people really, I'm trying to get you as healthy as I can in about an 85-day period. The side effect is you're going to lose weight. Yeah. And you're going to lose a lot of weight.
Better be ready.
Yeah, be ready for it.
Be ready for that. So what is the success rate of most diets?
Most diets actually fail at a 95% rate.
I believe that.
In the first year. So that's why most people gain the weight back and more in the first year. There's a 97% failure rate by year 3 and about 99% by year 5. We actually have a 95% success rate at 3 years. And that's people staying within 2 pounds of what they weighed in on day 44 on our program.
Oh my goodness.
At 3 years out.
That's very impressive.
So yeah, thank you.
It's the kind of, I guess it's the results that last there. You're probably changing, you know, so many things with their body, but also their lifestyle.
We're changing their lifestyle, we're changing their behavior so they don't go back to the things that triggered them to get there in the first place.
That's tough. That's really tough to do. So how can I gain weight even though I hardly eat any calories? That's not me personally, by the way. That's the question I'm supposed to be asking.
So a lot of people do gain weight. They say, I only eat like 700 or 1,000 or under 1,500 calories a day. How am I gaining weight? It's their hormones and their neurotransmitters are off. Their cells are dehydrated. And they're like, I tell patients, they're like cars with empty radiators. They're just overheating and they're shutting down and their metabolism is shutting down. So it doesn't matter how much, what they do or how low they go, they're just tanking their metabolism slower and slower. Yeah,
you got to do it healthy. And starving yourself is not the healthy way to do it at all. Okay, so other programs before, I know a lot of people have worked with other weight loss programs, but why do they gain it back again? Just because they go back to bad habits? Yeah, they go back to bad habits. They do the same things that they did before. They haven't changed anything. The programs didn't address their hormones, their neurotransmitters, didn't detoxify them, didn't get things into balance, and that's why they gained the weight back. It wasn't really their fault. They were set up with something that would temporarily work, but it was bound to fail in the long run. Well, it sounds like that's a good hook for coming back and trying it again to those companies.
It is, and that's that I hate that more than anything. I think you need to fix the problem once and hopefully change the habits so it becomes a long term.
And I'm sure you guys provide the support that people need for the duration of the long term.
Oh, I've got wellness coaches, life coaches. You can call us, text us, email us. We have like a very quick response time. You get me. Sometimes you'll see a text message coming from me from the office. So yeah, we're there. We want to make sure people are successful and they have long-term success.
Like, don't eat that donut.
Yes.
So where can people go for more information?
They can call us on the phone number that they see on the screen, or they can go to our website, which is www.askdrstringer.com.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on the show today. I'm sure I'll be seeing you again soon.
Thank you.
And coming up next on Suncoast FYI, do you love independent films? Well, there will be an independent fabulous film festival going on this weekend. We'll have the details next, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Suncoast FYI. I'm Cassie Knoll. The Fabulous Independent Film Festival takes place this weekend, and here to tell us more about it is Majida Diori, which I love your name whenever you come on the show.
Thank you.
So tell me about the Fabulous Independent Film Festival.
The Fabulous Independent Film Festival was created to celebrate diversity in our community. I mean, we'd like to do that everywhere, but let's limit ourselves right now to the community, and particularly the LGBTQ membership of our community, members of our community.
So you're going to be showing these films, and I'm assuming they're of that subject matter.
They are, yes, absolutely.
And so tell me about the films that you're going to be showing.
We are showing 6 feature lengths and 2 shorts. We're opening with Tangerine, which is a film that was shot only on an iPhone.
Oh, wow.
It has a great, great, great spirit. We are following that on the following day with Liz in September, which is a Venezuelan film from Venezuela.
Okay, that works.
And that is, should I give the times or no?
Yeah, that's okay.
That's on Saturday at 3:30. I have my cheat sheet.
That's good.
And then it's followed by an Australian film, Drawn, which is at 5:45. That is a very powerful film. So it's not for the faint of heart. This is a film I would suggest be ready because it deals with homophobia, repression. So to me it was essential to show it.
Yeah.
And then the Saturday we're having our centerpiece film, The Fourth Man Out. Shall I say where it is?
Yeah, go for it.
It's a free presentation on the USF Manatee Sarasota campus in the courtyard. You know about the weather. Hopefully it won't be raining that day.
I'm hoping it's going to be much better than it is today on the Suncoast for sure.
In case it does rain, it will be in the Selby Auditorium. There will be a food truck, so it should be a celebration in itself there as well. And then on Sunday, we have In the Grayscale, which is a film from Chile. And the closing night film, Ought to Win, is on Sunday night at 7:45.
So it sounds like you've got worldwide films coming into this as well. So, you know, you're covering everything.
I'm trying.
It sounds fantastic. So you're showing it at actually 2 locations, not just the USF Sarasota Manatee, but also at
Burns Court Cinemas. Thank you for bringing that up, because that's where the opening night film and the other films are going to be. And yes.
So you have a couple different options of places to go.
Yes.
And of course, you wouldn't be able to have this fabulous event if it weren't for your fabulous sponsors.
Yes. So I want to thank them all. There's Embracing Our Differences, Sarasota did. There is R.C. Moore Construction. There's also Janice and John Shelton, individuals who have sponsored that from the beginning.
Yeah. And
we also have other publications and film distributors. That's something I want to say. Every time you present a film, you have to pay a fee for that film, and those distributors were so kind. They gave us a break just because we're so special. No, we're fabulous.
Because you're fabulous for the Fabulous Film Festival.
Yes. So yeah, the sponsors are absolutely essential
to making this happen.
Absolutely, yes.
And so this is actually for a good cause as well. Not only is it wonderful for the sponsors to provide that, but you guys actually have a benefit for this as well.
Yes, the Harvey Milk Festival gets all the proceeds.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yes, so, and that will help because, you know, this year they had a little setback because of the rain and the protests. So hopefully we'll make a little dent in the...
So this sounds like a really interesting opportunity for people to go see these different films. The whole schedule is online at your website, right?
Correct, yes.
And what is your website?
The www.fabulousiff, F as in Frank.
Yes, IFF standing for Independence Film Festival.
Yes, and that is .com. And you have the schedule, and you have a synopsis of the films as well, and trailers, so you have a better idea if you want to see that or not, or how you want to schedule your weekend.
Yeah, because you said one of those was not for the faint of heart, because this is a family event, but certain films.
Yes.
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 So you got to check them out before you go to do that,
yes.
but everyone is invited to this.
Correct, yes, because it is a celebration of diversity in our community, and the idea is to be all-inclusive.
Yep.
I said I wasn't going to move, right?
So you're doing great. You're doing great. All right, so go check it out, fabulousiff.com. And again, it's this weekend, so make sure you check out the films. Thank you very much for coming on the show today.
Thank you so much for having me.
And we'll be right back on Suncoast FYI. Welcome back to Suncoast FYI. I'm Cassie Knoll. Bart Scovill, PLC, is an estate planning, probate, and business law firm that aims to help clients and families identify and avoid problems before they occur. Bart Scovill joins me now to tell us more. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Cassie. Thank you for having me.
It's good. I'm excited to learn more about estate plans and probates here because I honestly know nothing of them.
That's interesting. Not everybody's excited about that, so.
Yeah, okay, well then maybe I'm not excited about it, but I'm excited to learn something new today. So
excellent.
Who should have an estate plan?
Well, Cassie, that's kind of a trick question, actually, because everybody already has an estate plan in the state of Florida. It's either what you prepared yourself for you and your family, or it's what the state of Florida is going to provide. And so it's very important to know what that is. And so many attorneys in the state of Florida, like myself, will meet with families for free to let them know what would happen if anything happened to any of them. And it's not a good idea to rely on the state of Florida to make those decisions for you. So at the very least, you'll come away knowing what you're looking at and then what choices you can make to make things better.
Yeah, and I would say a lot of people probably don't think of that because on a day-to-day basis, we're not necessarily planning for what if we weren't here tomorrow.
That's true. It's kind of a one-time, well, not a one-time deal, but you come in and you kind of take care of it, and then you don't have to think about it every day.
Yeah, that's good, and you can just update it as necessary, I guess.
Yeah.
So what are the elements of an estate plan?
Well, when most people come to see me, they tend to think about succession planning. That's the transfer of assets from one generation to the next. So a will accomplish that. We also sometimes use trust. But what people tend not to think about is what happens in the event of incapacity, what can protect them during their lifetime. And so we'll use advanced directives, designations of healthcare surrogate, living wills, durable powers of attorney, and sometimes designations of pre-need guardian. And that can allow someone to make decisions as to who would manage their affairs if they can't for themselves.
Yeah, which again is a difficult subject matter to talk about sometimes, but it's kind of the nitty-gritty too, that isn't really relevant until right when you need it.
Exactly, and it's better to think about it when everybody's happy and healthy and hopefully the sun is shining than when somebody's fallen ill. That's a really tough time to talk about it.
Yeah, you got to plan in advance, which is why people should come visit you.
Exactly.
So what is probate and how can I avoid it?
Well, probate is the process that a will is administered and getting the assets transferred. It's court supervised, and in Florida it's gotten kind of a bad reputation. The reason being is because it's expensive, it's time consuming, it's emotionally difficult on the family, and it can be avoided. And so a big part of our estate planning anymore is the avoidance of probate. And this can be done in several different ways. Joint ownership, although we do try to limit that because owning property jointly with another person can be risky for both parties. Mm-hmm. We also, designations of beneficiaries is a good way on bank accounts or investment accounts. And trust is a big use, or a big item that we use to avoid probate because assets held in trust generally don't have to go through probate. And it leaves the family with complete control, but once again avoids the probate.
Well, can you explain real quick for those that don't know exactly what probate is?
That's true. I did kind of skip over that one. Once again, it's the process of transferring assets, and it literally means proving a will. I do know some people think that if you have a will, that will avoid probate, but that's not the case. It will take more than that. And there's the parties that are being protected, it's the wishes of the person who's passed away, it's the beneficiaries, but it's also the creditors. The creditors have a say in all this too. So that's why it's such an involved process.
Yeah, definitely something, again, the details that the day-to-day person probably doesn't even think about or know or something, which is why someone like you is so useful in those situations, because you understand them and can help us with that.
Certainly.
So do I need Florida documents?
That's another good question, because Florida, you know, obviously it's a wonderful state, the weather's great, so a lot of people like to move here, and they'll come down with their out-of-state documents. And the rule of law in Florida is that if the document was valid in the state in which it was executed, at the time it was executed, then it's valid here. So it's not that their documents are going to be invalid, but right away you can see you've got to have an out-of-state attorney to verify that they were valid at the time so that they're valid here. So now you've got two attorneys involved. Plus it's going to reference out-of-state statutes, and so you're going to have to talk to out-of-state attorneys to get their opinions on various things. It's better to have Florida documents if you live in Florida.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I could see that getting messy in the time of need during that. And once everything is signed, am I done?
Unfortunately, no. You know, the only constant is change. And so once the documents are done, for that period you're done, but you should review them periodically. We recommend every 3 to 5 years if nothing changes, but you should also change or review them anytime there's a change in your circumstance. Increase, decrease in wealth, the accumulation of new assets, births, deaths, marriages, divorces, any major life event, and you should relook at your estate plan.
Got to keep it all up to date, and of course, you're someone that can help with that. So where can people go for more information? Our
website, www.scovillswithans.com. I hope to have a lot of useful information on there, so if you want to know more about what we talked about today or any other information, you can find it there.
All right, well, thank you very much for coming on the show today.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
And coming up on Suncoast FYI, a Taste of Downtown Food Festival with the Sarasota Opera. We'll have the details next, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Suncoast FYI. I'm Cassie Knoll. The Sarasota Opera is putting a new twist on Food and Wine Festival. Here to tell us more about the upcoming event is Sam Lowry. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
So tell me a little bit about what you've got going on this weekend.
So this weekend, Saturday to be specific, from 1 to 4, is our second annual Taste of Downtown Food and Wine Festival. And this was a project that we launched last year as a fundraiser for our youth opera program. And we invite all of our neighbors downtown, all the restaurants that people enjoy before they come to the opera, to come in, and they set up tables on the stage as well as in the second floor lounge and give samplings of what they think is a good representation of their
best
products.
Items that they
exactly.
have. Well, this is great because people who love food and wine and beer and opera are going to have a really unique look at your opera hall this weekend.
They get a very specific and personal introduction where they get to go right onto the stage and get the perspective that our artists enjoy when they're standing on stage performing.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people don't have that opportunity to stand up there and see what it looks like to look out on all the seats.
It's very rare and people really enjoy it. We do whatever we can to give people as personal an introduction to not only Sarasota Opera but also the company itself, which includes our theater. And so this has been a wonderful way of doing that.
And Food and Wine helps people relax a little bit. So
yes.
You said you're going to have a lot of the downtown restaurants coming.
About over 20 of the downtown restaurants from the immediate downtown area, like a lot of the restaurants that our patrons go to enjoy before they come to the opera. And so it's really, you know, we all work together to collaborate and create the wonderful downtown scene that we have at Sarasota, and they're certainly a big part of it, as are we. And so it's a nice opportunity to come together and kind of celebrate that and hopefully introduce some people to a new restaurant or people to the opera company or vice versa, or all of the above. And
you also have the beer and the wine as well.
We do. So when you arrive, you'll receive a wine glass with the Sarasota Opera logo etched on it. And we have wine pairings from HSW Spirits and beer pairings from Gold Coast Eagle. Oh, wow. And so really, for a mere price of $55, you're getting a lot for your money for 3 hours of food, drink, and we'll even have a performance by our youth opera program. They'll sing down to the stage from the balcony.
Because this is who this is all about anyway.
Exactly. Last year we sold out at 400 people. We raised a little over $10,000 for our youth opera program, and so this event goes to benefit them.
All right, so tell me a little bit more about your youth opera program.
Sure. It's well over 30 years old, and it's the most comprehensive youth opera program in the United States. And I say that because what sets us apart is that we're the only opera company that's dedicated to doing a fully staged youth opera every single year on our main stage. And so sets, costumes, orchestra, the same directors that direct our main stage productions direct this. We treat these productions with every the same detail and respect that we put into our main stage productions. It's for kids between the ages of 8 and 18. We accept anybody who has an interest in being a part of it, regardless of talent or ability to pay tuition. Because we want kids that want to be involved in music to be involved in music.
Yeah, especially because in the school system these days, sometimes that's not an option for them. So
exactly.
having that extracurricular opportunity, especially as opera, it's just so different.
Right, absolutely. And in addition to our youth opera that we do every year, anytime we do an opera that has a children's chorus, such as this fall we're doing La Boheme, we pull from our own program. So our kids are performing on the main stage next to established opera singers in
I bet they love that.
In a highly big production. They absolutely love it, in addition to doing a number of concerts around the community. So we keep them very busy between September and May.
And I bet that really hooks them in, and it also gives you a future at the Sarasota Opera by training the kids young, gives them an interest in this generation learning
and
about
several
that.
have gone on to study at conservatories, or some go on totally different professions. However, we've implanted that passion and love for opera. So when they're in a position to start attending and become patrons, we're cultivating that next generation of patrons through it. But our program is 90 kids strong at this point.
That's a lot of kids.
It's a lot of kids, but the amount of dedication that requires is really indicative of how much they love it.
That is very cool. And you said, too, that they just are going to miss it so much when they leave. They're so disappointed when they graduate out.
They do. I think that's one aspect of that maybe make them not look forward to high school graduation as they graduate out of our program as well. But, we have wonderful alumni relations when they come back and see other youth opera productions or come to productions, and they really just become part of the Sarasota Opera family.
And that definitely tells that you're definitely doing something right. If the kids are sad to be leaving, that's amazing.
That's a good indicator.
That's a good indicator of that. So again, the event is this Saturday from 1 to 4, and it all benefits the Sarasota Youth Opera. Where can people go for more information about this?
They can go to our website at sarasotaopera.org, and to buy tickets, they can buy them on the website as well, or they can go to our box office, which is right next to the Sarasota Opera Theater, or they can call at 328-1300.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming on the show today, and good luck with your event this weekend.
Thank you very much.
And stay tuned. We'll be right back on Suncoast FYI. That's our show for today, and thanks so much for joining us. If you would like to promote your business or event on Suncoast FYI, we would love to hear from you. Just call our sales department at 941-361-4223. I'm Cassie Knoll, and we'll see you next Friday on Suncoast FYI.